Hi and a very good morning to all. This is Archana Girish and welcome to my channel. Can you see those little champs doing their fitness routines? Yes, today we're going to talk about fit kids. Bringing people together. I think that is one of the biggest strength and advantage living in a gated community, especially even during the pandemic times.
Kishore, as a strength and conditioning coach, he is making you all to get fit for any game. In future, you want to play tennis, basketball, volleyball, anything, athletics. The fitness is the more important. So he is making you more fit for any game.
Has kind of impacted in her whole lifestyle also. So she's eating healthy, okay, and
where he identifies strengths of each child and he's customized it.
Kids are so glued to TV, games.
Normally I would not get up early, but because of this class I'm able to get up early.
He's asking for more salads and saying no for chips.
Hi girls. So what kind of workouts do you like?
I like body weight strengthening, Indian file, reverse push-ups, core workout.
And what you don't like?
Running, push-ups, running, push-ups, pull-ups.
Class has actually helped me to give even more better performances than before. Normally earlier when I used to play for the school team, I was really bad. I really used to do really worse goalkeeping.
Okay.
After that, once I started working out, I realized that working out is also essential to do what I have to.
Let's meet kuttiest of the kutti in the class. So this is Master Mukundan. Hi Mukundan.
Hi.
So do you like this class, Mukundan?
Yes, I love this class.
What do you like about this?
I love my sir and I love my friends. I can play with my friends.
Training us very properly and he's teaching us each and everything again and again if you have any doubt. And he's very punctual also. He comes at sharp 6:30.
So yeah, even if you don't come at 6:30, do you have any punishment?
Yes, we have.
What kind of punishment he gives?
We have to sit like this and like by the support of the wall.
Every minute we are late, we have to do 2 extra minutes.
Oh, okay. So have you gone through any punishment?
Yeah.
Yes.
The very interesting class because he wakes up off his own and he's down. I don't have to wake him up for this class.
That's nice. I think that is one criteria like all parents are into, right?
Yes.
Your kids are in this class. So how do you manage in the sense like waking them up, post the workout sessions, they have online classes to be attended. So how do you manage and how do you make them do all this?
I think there is no need for me to manage because it becomes a routine for them, and this is actually helpful for them to become more disciplined. And I think they enjoy the session, and that's very important. And this will lead to their healthy lifestyle in future also, which is more important, and they'll know how to face life, all ups and downs in life. I think that is very important in this stage where there's so much of suicides going on for very small things. And it will be an overall development of the child, and that is more important than only the studies and
How he teaches the exercises one by one again and again.
I'm currently in grade 10 of KRM Public School, Perambur.
How are you managing studies and fitness class?
Whenever I used to study, normally my mind used to be a bit clogged. I didn't know where to start from. But once I came here, I understood where to start from. I understood what to do, when to do.
During our times, when I was a kid, we used to have only games and sports as our extracurricular activities. But today, kids are so glued to TV, games. So I think in terms of a physical development, it's very important. And it also teaches kids to mingle with others, to win and lose. So from that perspective, I think it's extremely important.
I can wake up on my own now, like it early in the morning, and then there's energy throughout the day. So
that works.
I think especially girls between the age of 12 and 16, there will be a lot of hormonal changes. I think fitness plays a very vital role. So what is your views on this?
Yeah. So I don't think how much of us remember, right? When we were in our childhood days, fitness was not like a separate activity in itself, right? I used to cycle to school, so it was a way of life. It was not that it was a separate activity. So 8, 9, 10th, I remember I used to cycle about 5-6 kilometers to school and back. So that kept your whatever hormonal changes, that balance, lot of your mental thinking, the way you study, all that was sort of kept in place naturally. Okay. But today's children, it's very different. Either we've given them the luxury or other aspects that they're not on the road, cycling or walking or whatever. It can be safety reasons, traffic on the road or whatever it is. They're not having that thing of going onto the road and doing things. So fitness has to be done sort of separately. It has to be made as a habit. And I think Kishore is amazingly doing it so well with fit kids.
She's in 10th right now. So how do you manage? How is she managing studies and fitness class?
See, one of the biggest challenges for any 10th standard student, right? There's the pressure of the board exam and things like that. But I think the way Tarika is managing it is that she is kind of clear about when she wants to do her studies. But irrespective of however difficult her schedule is, there is always time for this. That's why when Nisha mentioned that motivation is there, that really looking forward to this one. She can never compromise on her sleep normally. But for this, anything is okay. Very self-driven. Keeps the alarm by herself, wakes up, comes here, wants to do it.
Which one do you find the most toughest? I cannot do this at all. This workout, I am fed up with this. Which one is that?
Running 12 laps around the building.
Same, running 12 laps around the building. Endurance.
Why it is so tough? Have you told that sir, endurance is very tough? Have you ever told that?
Auntie, but it's important. It's important for our legs.
To build up the lung capacity is very much important.
Going for gymnastics class, right? Is that the gymnastic class was helpful for this training session?
Yeah, it was, because it made my bones and muscles so strong, and this Kishore uncle's class made my timings and my more stamina to get more increased.
Fitness plays a very vital role. Okay, it's not rocket science. Nothing is overnight developed, whether it's fitness, wellness or immunity of a child. It has to be developed gradually. So it has to be balanced on day-to-day basis. So I make sure, when they come from fitness, they're just exhausted. So I don't expect that they have a solid breakfast immediately in one go. So I just make sure I give them something in small portions.
Split the entire.
Yeah, I split.
It's very nice. I feel very energetic. I'm getting into a routine of doing workouts every day. So
hey, that's very nice. Hey, do you like to get up early in the morning? So who wakes you up, and do you like this class?
I love this class, but I wake up by my alarm and I hate wake up early. But I love this class.
She's understood how fitness is important in her life at this point, because most of the times I used to kind of give her that understanding that you need to do this, but now she's realized, because she's doing all these exercises, she's doing all these fitness regimes, and it's improved on her immunity, it's improved on her stamina. So I think they go through these endurance tests quite a bit, and then they do quite a lot of exercises. So I think that has kind of impacted in her whole lifestyle also. So she's eating healthy, okay, and she's understanding that yes, of course, these are things which she needs to do, and the regime actually is also not very monotonous, which means she's doing quite a bit of different things, which is it's just not one part of the body which is kind of affected. So it's the whole, on the whole, as it is.
This particular fitness coaching, what Kishore is doing methodically, he's a trained coach. He's a professional coach. He's well qualified. So he knows children's mentality very well.
Mr. Kishore, son of Mr. Subramanian, a certified Australian strength and conditioning coach. Let's go meet him. Hi, coach. Fit Kids, how did it happen?
See, this lockdown, even for us, has been very challenging, staying indoors for a long time and all that. The kids have been doubly under pressure because they've been glued on to electronics, gadgets and all that. So there was a lot of pressure on the kids to do something to get out of this lazy mode. And we just started off, me and my friend, with some basic, simple, strength and conditioning, which is basically what I'm certified at. A routine to just get them out of this lazy mode, number one, and number two, to keep them ready for any sporting activity they do in the future. Like our kids were into basketball and cricket and all that, so we kept them ready with some basic exercises. So the parents, most of them liked this entire workout schedule, and so we converted it into a 3-month proper module, branded it Fit Kids, so that the parents had something to identify it with, and we just onboarded the kids.
How are you maintaining the government norms like social distancing, sanitizing?
This is a very difficult time, as I mentioned in the first place. See, apart from getting them to move around, we also have to ensure that they stick on adhere to safety thing, especially when dealing with kids. So we stuck on to whatever has been laid down as the norms by government. We ensure the exercises are done in such a way that there is a lot of distance in between. With regard to sanitization, we always ensure the kids sanitize their hands when they are handling any equipment. We also have specific products where we sanitize the products by themselves, broad spectrum sanitizers, and so those things we wash every day, because these are some of the equipments which they are using it common. So once they finish using it, I ensure it's completely sanitized and brought back the next day. And while doing the exercise, if they are using the same equipments, they sanitize their hands and share it. So we ensure that there is no gap in terms of the with regard to masks. There is a challenge, because when you exercise, your oxygen, any kind of a regularization or any kind of a control in your oxygen intake will affect the way you exercise, or affect the way you breathe, and there's a lot of complications associated. I don't want to get into the technicalities of it. But so masks, we have ensured that they carry or wear the mask when they're not into the workout mode. But the moment they come into the workout mode, they do not wear a mask, because they cannot wear a mask. But the good thing about this whole thing is, this is happening in a very close circuit community. It is only our community, and we have ensured so many norms inside the community, so that we all know that it's a safe environment. So the kids from the community, we still have that leverage that they can go work out without a mask, but the rest of it, we don't leave it to any chance.
You are saying the activities are held inside the community. So what are the challenges faced with regard to infrastructure?
Yes, that definitely is there is a big challenge, because the surface is very, very important when it comes to kids workouts. So you see a lot of concrete here. So what I can give in terms of hard surface workouts are very limited. But thankfully our community has a lot of open areas in different places. We have some in the 6th floor common area, some here. So I ensure that the different kind of workouts are done in different surfaces, and to keep the damage minimalized. We don't give a lot of plyometrics, jumping kind of activities on concrete, so on and so forth. But there is a lot of challenges when it comes to running, because running is the fundamental of all things. Running here is difficult, but we have been adapting.
I spoke to a lot of parents, and I understand that kids wake up early morning, and they are very enthusiastic about the class. So what is the magic behind this?
Actually, being a parent myself, I take a lot of input from my kids. My son also assists me with the classes and schedule. So we, the same fundamental workout, we just ensure that we sugarcoat it and give it the way the kids enjoy it, for example.
What kind of workouts do you give to the kids? And do you segregate the workouts based on age and gender?
See, as I told initially, this is a strength and conditioning schedule. The entire module is a strength and conditioning workout. The only twist I would say here is that it is based entirely on athletic schedules, because my father being a national level coach himself, we combined and worked this out in such a way that the strength and conditioning with a lot of overdose of athletic workouts is what this is all about. There is no, there is definitely the factor of age and gender taken into consideration, because a 7-year-old cannot do what a 13-year-old can do. So we take that into consideration while the fundamental remains the same. For example, in endurance, for a 7-year-old and a 13-year-old will be different, but both will be based on endurance. Strength also, likewise we adapted. The age and the gender will play a role in the load, but the workout fundamentals remains the same.
I see a lot of kids in different age groups. Are they already into a particular sport, or is there any minimal age where they can, post that they can get into any professional sport?
The strength and conditioning is something which coexists with sports right from the beginning ages till the end. Even in the Indian cricket team has a strength and conditioning full-fledged coach, for some of them who do not know about this. So my son is a cricketer himself, he is represented a city. So strength and conditioning is a must for all sports. Half my kids are into some kind of sports like basketball, cricket and all that, and this helps them perform better in their sport. But the rest of the half, I've initiated them into strength and conditioning so that I prepare by the end of these 3 months for the kids to choose any sport. In fact, I give a lot of inputs to the parents. Some of the kids are good in plyometrics, so I tell the parents to choose a particular side of sports. Some of the kids are good in speed, so I tell them some. So on and so forth, I put inputs. But some of them are already into sport where this will enhance their performance, while the others are now getting ready to take up any kind of sport.
from Fit Kids Academy, what advice you would like to share to the parents, and what is your next plan?
See, this during this lockdown times, this Fit Kids module has taught us one important lesson. Don't worry about your kids being glued onto the TV or the electronic gadgets. In your own community, with whatever little space is available, we can do a full-fledged fitness activity, a strength and conditioning program that can initiate any kid into fitness, number one. And number two, any kid who is into sport can be ready for their sporting activity post-lockdown with a simple 3-month program right under your supervision within your community. So my next plan is any community where there's a space available, where the parents are willing to get their kids to engage into sporting activity, we are there with a good program to help you out.
Thank you, Coach, for giving the insights about the program. Why wait? We as parents must inculcate good values and fitness at early age so that our kids have a disciplined and healthier life. Meet you all in the next interesting video. See you and bye-bye.